Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Into the Light Divination. So today's video is going to be a quarterly reading, and it is going to be for each element, and then it's going to be broken down as a general money, love, not career, healing kind of messages for you, or whatever it resonates as. Okay, so please remember that this reading is for entertainment purposes only. It may or may not resonate. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for another person to claim. Okay, and we're gonna cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. And please remember that this reading all may resonate on other placements besides your sun sign as well. Okay, so we are going to cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space here. Okay, cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. Cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. Cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space, please. Okay. Cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. Spirit guide, guardian angels, ancestors, I ask for you to join me in this reading today for the elements, fire, earth, air, water, starting with the fire signs. Okay, so 3 cards for each category. Okay, 3 cards for each category. We're going to go general, and then it will go career, then love, then healing. Okay, so fire signs. What do they need to know for a general message? Okay, what do they need to know for a career message? Okay, what do they need to know for love for this quarterly? Okay, it's got to be quarterly, but we already know that. And then what is the healing messages for the quarterly? I mean, quarterly. So what is an overall message for the quarterly? Okay, so let's get into this. All right, so fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For October, November, December, you have the 10 of Cups in reverse, the 8 of Swords, and the Death and Rebirth for your general. So I do see you not quite here in a commitment energy that you want to be, okay? 8 of Swords is telling you that you are kind of holding yourself back mentally and you are causing the restraint. However, I do see an opportunity for growth in this situation, okay? Career, you have the 5 of Pentacles, the Star card in reverse, and then the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So 5 of Pentacles in reverse, I do see you trying to find ways to leave on instability. Okay, finding some kind of career opportunity. The Star in reverse shows that you're not quite there where you want to be. And the 7 of Pentacles is you're not in a growing of finances kind of situation. You may see stagnancy. Okay, love, you have the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Swords in reverse, and then the Page of Wands. And this is saying for you for love, you have a little bit of independent energy. The 10 of Swords in reverse is not really walking away, but then you have the Page of Swords as well. So I do see, it's kind of funny because of the split, I see both of you as this Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands kind of working on your independence and not leaving a connection, okay? Kind of focusing on self a little bit. And I see that it's needed here. And then we have the healing messages. So you have the Queen of Wands in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and then the King of Pentacles. So the Queen of Wands is I do see a little bit of lack of fiery passion. Okay, so needing to ignite your passions because that's something you're lacking. The King of Cups is you are not being very emotionally honest with yourself or a need to be. Okay, and then the King of Pentacles is finding stability or working on ways to find stability. Okay. And then your overall for all of it, okay, is it's funny because I kind of get this as October, November, then December. So for this one, you got the 9 of Cups in reverse. So for October, I do see you understanding you need to work on some emotional stuff, okay? November, I do see you leaving that emotional baggage behind. And then December, I see you finding balance and stability with yourself and others around you, all right? So that's for you. Earth signs. What do we have for the earth signs, please? All right. Earth signs. Starting with general. Okay, what is the general for the earth signs for the end quarterly, last quarter here? What is the career for the earth signs here? What is the love for the earth signs here? Okay. What is the healing for the earth signs here? Okay. Healing, healing, healing. Okay. And then what's kind of the overall? Okay. Like the, October, November, December concept, I guess. So, all right. So earth signs, you have the general Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So I do see a little bit of lack of stability here, meaning a new direction and a passion. And then like small communication or ideas, brainstorming ideas. All right. For the career, I do see an emotional kind of leaving something behind. The Four of Swords in reverse is a leaving that kind of mental, it's like you reserved yourself. Okay. The Nine of Swords in reverse is not listening to negativity. So some of you are releasing something that may have emotionally caused some mental qualms with yourself. And I see you leaving that behind, okay, and moving forward. Love, you have the Eight of Cups in reverse, the King of Cups, and then the Moon. Okay, so I do like how this jumps, but you are not walking away from love. You are working on finding that kind of balance with the emotionals in your relationship. And then the Moon is you may have a little bit of introspection that you need to do. Okay, the healing messages you have are Death and Rebirth, the Star card in reverse, and the Eight of Swords. So I just heard leave well enough alone. Okay, so for some of you, it's new beginnings. The Star card is something that may have once been in your pathway in life is no longer there. And the Eight of Swords is saying that you are the only person holding yourself back, and also maybe not communicate with people that bring you some kind of lack of, okay, is kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay, the overall here, so October you have the Hermit. This is you looking within. Okay, November you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So I do see a little bit of financial instability for you. And then with the Emperor in December, I do see for you earth signs a little bit of manipulation, also a little bit of, and I see it as you for some reason, earth signs, you trying to manipulate situations for your advantage. And this is a warning for you. Don't do that because it's going to fail for you. Okay. So that is an information. It won't hit all of you, but for some of you, it will resonate with, probably not now, but it will in December. Okay. Into January is what I'm being shown. All right. So air signs. What do we have for air signs? Starting with the general. Okay. Air signs, what do we have for career today? Okay. Air signs, what do we have for love? Okay. Air signs, what do we have for healing? Okay. Air signs for healing. And then finally, air signs, what do we have here for you for like the overall kind of energy? Okay, October, November, December. Okay, so air signs, you have the Six of Wands in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So air signs, you currently have for general is a little bit of lack of independence or a lack of seeing where your direction is exactly going to go. The Two of Wands is saying you're not taking necessarily a new direction on your passions. You are going to work on them, but you do realize that it's going to take time for that. All right. With the Seven of Wands and Swords in reverses, I do see you sometimes getting into this negative mindset that you can't do something, but you're actually more capable than you realize. Okay. Career, you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So obviously some of you are not necessarily working, or you're building on something to create a career out of it with that King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. The Death and Rebirth in reverse, I do see like no real new beginnings. I do see this as really focusing on what it is you're working on, okay? Because it does bring you some kind of emotional fulfillment. With the Eight of Cups, though, it's like it's kind of almost healing for some of you. It's leaving that emotional distress behind and kind of walking away from what doesn't serve you emotionally, okay? Love, you have the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, I do see some kind of like harsh communication or just kind of like a mental conflict. Okay, with the Ace of Swords in reverse, I do see a little bit of lack of proper communication, and I do see something as a possibility of something to be worked on with somebody else. But I do see with the Page of Pentacles definitely an opportunity to really stabilize that relationship into more than just where it's at now. Okay, I do see a opportunity, because when you go past the 10 to the page, I always see that as more like an opportunity to elevate that connection. Okay, so elevate your stability. With the healing message, you have the 7 of Pentacles, the Emperor in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles. So what I do see for you is seeing kind of like the seeds you've planted with the healing. So some of you may have been doing therapy or whatever it is, and you do see that kind of lightning with you. The Emperor in reverse, that may also cause you, though, to really set some boundaries or stand your ground, and not everybody's going to like that, okay? With the 4 of Pentacles, I do see you holding back on energy with people that do not match you, or that you feel like you overgive to too much, okay? You're reserving yourself is what I'm seeing, okay? October, November, December, your overall, you got the Page of Cups in reverse. So I do see you giving a little bit of emotional to somebody, okay, or to yourself. The King of Swords in reverse in November is you want all the truth and clarity, and you no more lies is kind of what I hear, okay? And then the 2 of Swords in reverse in December as you breaking free from any kind of like mental entrapment. Some of you I see getting into a really good like cycle of work and really like seeing the positives that you're bringing, okay? I heard to like a community or something, okay? So water signs, what do we have for the water signs here, please? What is for the water signs, please? What is it for the water signs, please? What is it for the water for this quarterly? What is it for the general, please? Okay. What does the water signs have for the career? Okay. What does the water signs have for love? Okay. What do they have for healing? Okay. And then what do they have for like, overall message, October, November, December kind of concept. Okay. So water signs for you, we have the 5 of Swords, the Justice, and the 3 of Cups. So currently water signs, you may feel like somebody's kind of in your ear or a little bit of mental inclarity. The Justice card is you are seeking justice or balance in your life. And the 3 of Cups is you were asking your community to support you. Okay. You might need a little bit of emotional support. Okay. With the career, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I do see a little bit of holding. The Ace of Cups, okay, and then the Star card in reverse. So what I see here is something that you're passionate about, you might be holding for a minute. Kind of focusing on what emotionally could help you, or emotionally this is the pathway I need to take. This needs to pause for a minute. Okay, with the Star card in reverses, that's saying it's not necessarily what you want to do, but it's what you have to do. And at some point you'll be able to get there, and you know this, okay? With the relationships or whatever, love, you have the Death and Rebirth, the 2 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. So what I see here for you water signs is new beginnings in your connection. 2 of Wands is new direction and passion. And the 9 of Cups is I really see emotional intelligence for some reason is showing up for you. And really learning how to have emotional intelligence and speaking to others in that, okay? With the healing messages, you have the King of Pentacles in reverse, the 6 of Wands in reverse, and then the King of Wands in reverse, okay? So the King of Pentacles in reverse is a little bit of lack of stability. So healing-wise, you may be feeling a little bit unstable about other aspects of your life. With that 6 of Wands in reverse, you may feel like a little bit in the darkness right now about things around you. And then the King of Wands in reverse, I do see a little bit of lack of that passion in you, like that fire in you. I do see you kind of just lolling right now, if that makes sense. I do see you having opportunities to kind of find new ways to heal within yourself. There's always ways to better ourselves. I do see this all flipping for you, but I do see currently in the standpoint, you might be frustrated with shit, okay? That's kind of what I'm seeing. But I always see you finding the light in the dark, okay? Overall, you got October, 7 of Pentacles. So you may be struggling a little bit financially or not having the growth of what you're planting. You may be planting new seeds to take a new direction to see where you can go. The Three of Swords in reverse is definitely November, leaving some kind of like heartbreak situation or your own heartbreak. Okay. Healing energy, definitely I could see possibly in November. And then December, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So not really working on stuff that you want to work on. I kind of see it as like passionately. Maybe that that will work with you stability. It just depends on who you are, how that's going to resonate. Some of you need to work on something that you're passionate about, but that is also stable. So you may have a passion project you need to work on, as well as something that keeps you financially stable, or at least knowing that you'll be okay. Okay. So if that makes sense for you, that's going to be December. This is also in the same area as your community. So I'm seeing that you are going to need to really request that your community steps up for you. Okay. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And goodbye.